in the heart of a bustling city, where the aroma of freshly baked bread mingled with the scent of jasmine, lived a humble carpenter named Yusuf and his devoted wife. Amira, their greatest treasure, was their only daughter Layla, a bright-eyed child with dreams as vast as the night sky. But fate, ever the unpredictable weaver, was about to test their faith in ways they could never have imagined. It began with a whisper, a slight tremor in Layla's usually steady hands. Within days, the vibrant girl who once danced through life with boundless energy found herself confined to her bed, her strength ebbing away like sand through an hourglass. The local Hakim shook his head gravely, his weathered face a canvas of concern. "I've done all I can," he murmured, leaving Yusuf and Amira to face the looming shadow of despair. But in the depths of their anguish, a flame of hope flickered. Amira, her eyes glistening with unshed tears, raised her hands in supplication after each prayer. "Ya Allah," she whispered, her voice trembling with emotion, "you are Al-Shafi, the healer. I place my daughter in your merciful hands. Grant her your healing touch, for you alone have the power to restore what seems lost." Yusuf, though his heart was heavy, found solace in the quiet corners of their modest home, his lips moving in silent dua, remembering the hadith that spoke of a parent's prayer being answered without fail. As days stretched into weeks, Layla's condition remained unchanged. Yet something remarkable began to unfold. The strength that seemed to have abandoned Layla's body found a new dwelling place in her parents' hearts. Their duas were not mere words carried away by the wind. They were threads of an unseen tapestry, weaving together love, hope, and unwavering faith. Neighbors and friends, witnessing this display of steadfast belief, found themselves drawn to Yusuf and Amira's home. They came offering words of comfort, but left with something far more precious, a renewed sense of faith. The couple's unwavering trust in Allah's plan became a beacon of light in a community grappling with its own trials. One evening, as the call to Maghrib prayer echoed through the streets, an unexpected visitor arrived at their doorstep. It was a traveler, a renowned physician from a distant land who had heard of Layla's plight. "Allah guided me here," he said, his eyes twinkling with kindness. "Perhaps I can be of assistance." As he examined Layla, Yusuf and Amira exchanged glances, their hearts daring to hope once more. The physician's treatment was unlike anything they had seen before. He spoke of balance and harmony of the body's innate ability to heal itself when given the right support. Days turned into weeks, and slowly, almost imperceptibly at first, Layla began to show signs of improvement. Her cheeks regained their rosy hue, and a spark of life returned to her eyes. As Layla's strength returned, so did the vibrancy of the household. Laughter, which had been a rare visitor, now filled every corner. Yusuf and Amira marveled at the mysterious ways in which their duas had been answered. The healing they had prayed for had come, not in a sudden miracle, but through a series of events that could only be described as divine orchestration. The experience had transformed them all. Layla, once carefree and perhaps a little naive, now possessed a wisdom beyond her years. She spoke of the illness not as a curse, but as a gift that had opened her eyes to the beauty of patience and the strength found in vulnerability. Yusuf and Amira, their faith tempered by trial, emerged with a deeper understanding of tawakkul, the profound trust in Allah's plan. Even when the path ahead seemed shrouded in darkness, their story spread through the city like wildfire, igniting hope in hearts that had grown cold with despair. People spoke in hushed tones of the power of parental dua, of how love and faith could move mountains and part seas. The local masjid, once sparsely attended, now overflowed with worshippers seeking to strengthen their own connection to the divine. As life settled into a new rhythm, Yusuf and Amira found themselves changed in ways they had never anticipated. The trial that had threatened to break them had instead forged them anew. Their bond with each other and with Allah stronger than ever before. They looked at Layla, now flourishing like a well-tended garden, and saw in her the living embodiment of their prayers. One quiet evening, as the family sat together under a canopy of stars, Amira turned to her husband and daughter. "You know," she said, her voice soft with wonder, "I used to think that du'as were like messages we send to Allah, hoping He would hear. But now I understand, they're more like invisible threads that connect us to Him, always there, always strong, even when we can't see them." Yusuf nodded, his eyes reflecting the starlight, And sometimes, he added, those threads become visible in the most unexpected ways, in the kindness of a stranger, in the strength we find when we think we have none left, in the love that surrounds us, even in our darkest moments. Layla, listening intently, smiled. It's like we're all part of a great tapestry, she mused, and every dua, every act of faith, adds another thread to the design. We might not always see the full picture, but we trust that it's beautiful. As the night deepened, the family fell into a comfortable silence, each lost in their own thoughts. The air was thick with gratitude, for the trial that had strengthened them, for the du'as that had sustained them, and for the mercy of Allah that had enveloped them through it all. In the days and years that followed, Yusuf, Amira, and Layla became living testaments to the power of parental du'a. Their story, whispered from one household to another, became a source of comfort and inspiration. It reminded all who heard it that even in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds, the connection between a parent's heart and the divine remained unbreakable. And so, in a world often fraught with uncertainty, their tale stood as a beacon of hope, a reminder that sometimes the most powerful forces in the universe are the ones we cannot see. The unseen threads of dua, woven with love, faith, and unwavering trust in Allah's plan, had the power to mend what was broken, to light the darkest of paths, and to turn the impossible into reality. As the story of Yusuf, Amira, and Layla spread, it carried with it a profound message that in the tapestry of life, every thread has a purpose, every trial a lesson, and every dua the potential to change not just one life, but countless others. It was a testament to the enduring power of faith, the strength found in adversity, and the miraculous impact of a parent's love translated into the language of the soul, the language of dua.